Did you know that China has developed one of the largest and heaviest military transport aircraft in the world? A behemoth capable of carrying tanks, drones, troops, and heavy equipment across thousands of kilometers, directly into war zones or disaster-struck areas. This flying giant is called the Y-20 Kunpeng, and many now view it as a formidable challenger to the American C-17 Globemaster III. China's ambition in aerospace has long been underestimated, but the Y-20 is a powerful symbol that the era of made in China being synonymous with catch-up is ending. Today, we're not just looking at a cargo plane. We're looking at a leap in China's strategic logistics and power projection. In this deep dive, we'll examine the Y-20's technical capabilities, battlefield relevance, geopolitical symbolism, and how it stacks up against its American counterpart in the modern theater of military influence. The Y-20, named after the mythical Kunpeng, a creature that soars across oceans, first flew in 2013. Developed by Xi'an Aircraft Industrial Corporation, it entered service with the People's Liberation Army Air Force shortly after. For decades, China relied on imported or outdated platforms like the IL-76. But with the Y-20, Beijing took a bold step toward military aviation independence. It was no longer about maintaining capacity. It was about creating capability. Physically, the aircraft is imposing. Measuring 47 meters in length with a wingspan of 45 meters, its size rivals some of the largest airlifters in the world. The Y-20 boasts a maximum takeoff weight of over 220,000 kilograms and can transport up to 66 tons of cargo in a single flight. Whether it's tanks, armored vehicles, mobile radar systems, or disaster relief supplies, the Y-20 can carry them swiftly over great distances. And with an operational range of 4,500 kilometers when fully loaded, or up to 8,000 kilometers with lighter payloads, its reach extends far beyond China's immediate region. One of the defining features of the Y-20 is its ability to take off and land on short and semi-prepared runways. This makes it especially valuable in forward-deployed scenarios. Think high-altitude airstrips in Tibet, rough terrain in Central Asia, or improvised landing zones in conflict areas. It gives the PLA logistical agility that few militaries outside the United States can match. The aircraft's propulsion system is a case study in China's shifting industrial base. The early Y-20s were powered by Russian-made D-30KP engines, which were reliable but limited in thrust and efficiency. In recent years, China has transitioned to its own WS-20 high-bypass turbofan engines. These engines not only deliver greater thrust, but also improve fuel economy, range, and payload capacity. More importantly, they represent a critical move towards self-reliance in aerospace power. Inside the cockpit, the Y-20 is equipped with modern avionics. It typically carries a 4 to 5 person crew including pilot, co-pilot, navigator, and flight engineer. The cockpit is fully digital, with multiple large-format displays and secure communication systems that support command and control integration. That makes it not just a transport plane, but a strategic asset in real-time mission networks. It can operate day or night in all weather conditions and in high-threat environments with relative confidence. Its role in the Chinese military goes far beyond lifting supplies. The Y-20 is a backbone of rapid troop deployment. It can transport up to 300 soldiers or paratroopers in a single flight. It has been seen delivering mobile missile systems, command vehicles, and humanitarian supplies across complex terrains. The PLA has also used it in medical evacuation and disaster response missions, especially during earthquakes and floods, where quick deployment of aid and personnel was critical. These missions aren't just operational, they are political. They show China's internal and external audiences that the country has the capacity to act quickly and decisively. From a tactical standpoint, the Y-20's rear-loading ramp offers tremendous flexibility. It allows for fast, direct loading and unloading of oversized cargo, even under field conditions. In combat or humanitarian scenarios, minimizing turnaround time is essential. This efficiency reduces vulnerability to enemy threats and enhances mission tempo, a critical factor in modern high-intensity conflict zones. This leads us to the inevitable comparison. How does the Y-20 stack up against the C-17 Globemaster III? The C-17, produced by Boeing, is a proven veteran of global operations. It has flown in Iraq, Afghanistan, Ukraine, and across humanitarian missions in Africa, Southeast Asia, and the Caribbean. It features a slightly higher max payload of 77 tons and can be refueled in midair. Perhaps its greatest strength is not the airframe itself, but the infrastructure supporting it. Global U.S. airbases, logistical corridors, and decades of training, doctrine, and multinational interoperability. By contrast, the Y-20 is still building its operational resume. But the gap is closing. China has scaled up production, trained specialized crews, and used the Y-20 in joint drills with Russia and Central Asian nations. It's been showcased at international air shows like Zhuhai, where it performed heavy payload maneuvers and aerial displays. The message is clear. This isn't a prototype or prestige project. It's an operational tool, and one China plans to use often. In potential conflict scenarios, its value becomes even more apparent. Imagine a standoff in the Taiwan Strait. The Y-20 could deliver light armor, air defense systems, or even a forward logistics base within hours. With aerial refueling, its reach could extend deeper into contested airspace, or across maritime zones like the South China Sea. In the Himalayas, it offers China a way to surge troops and equipment into high-altitude bases in minutes, potentially altering the balance during a border crisis with India. But it's not just about combat. During the early months of the COVID-19 pandemic, Y-20s delivered medical supplies to countries like Pakistan, Serbia, and Iran. They carried everything from ventilators to face masks, flying symbols of China's so-called mass diplomacy. These missions earned headlines and goodwill, while subtly signaling China's rising capability to conduct global airlift operations with the same agility the U.S. once enjoyed alone. As of 2025, more than 50 Y-20s have been delivered, with an expected total fleet of over 100 in the coming years. That number reflects not only industrial capacity, but intent. The PLA is preparing for regional contingencies, global missions, and possibly coalition operations with allied nations. With the addition of the Y-20U variant for mid-air refueling, China's ability to conduct long-range joint operations is now credible, not theoretical. Western defense analysts are paying attention. U.S. military planners have increased airlift readiness in the Indo-Pacific, including more frequent C-17 and C-130 rotations to Guam, Australia, and Japan. India is expanding its C-17 fleet and deepening military logistics cooperation with the U.S., Israel, and France. Japan is accelerating its own C-2 transport program. NATO has included Y-20 reach assessments in recent war games and strategic simulations. In other words, the West is responding. But the Y-20's evolution is just beginning. In addition to refueling variants, China is believed to be working on a version outfitted with radar and surveillance equipment. There's speculation about a command and control variant or even an airborne electronic warfare platform. Some military futurists believe China may eventually convert the Y-20 into a flying drone carrier, deploying autonomous UAVs mid-air deep behind enemy lines. Such a platform could revolutionize air dominance without even firing a shot from a fighter jet. The Y-20 also makes sense from an export standpoint. Pakistan is the most likely first customer, followed by Iran and potentially other Belt and Road nations in Africa and Southeast Asia. For countries that can't afford or access Western platforms, the Y-20 offers a powerful alternative. If adopted widely, it could do for China what the C-130 Hercules did for the United States. Become a globally embedded symbol of logistics supremacy. At its core, the Y-20 reflects a strategic shift in Chinese doctrine. This isn't just about catching up to the West. It's about designing tools for a different kind of war. One that relies on speed, presence, perception, and the ability to respond across a vast and unpredictable geopolitical landscape. In many ways, the Y-20 is a flying ambassador of China's new military posture. Assertive, global, and designed to operate across both hard and soft power dimensions. The big question remains, can the Y-20 truly rival the C-17? Technically, it's close. Strategically, it's catching up. But perhaps more importantly, China is shaping the battle space where these aircraft operate. By investing in forward airstrips, partner bases, and diplomatic bridges, China is giving the Y-20 a stage to perform, one that's growing every year. What do you think? Is the Y-20 a logistics breakthrough, or is it still just playing catch-up? Will it become a global workhorse like the C-17, or will Western alliances limit its reach? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more in-depth breakdowns from the front lines of global military technology.